Canto 1, Chapter 19. The Appearance of Shukadeva Goswami. Reflecting upon his act, Pariksit became very distressed and thought, "Oh, I have performed such a heinous act like an uncivilized man against a faultless and powerful Brahmana. I must expect some calamity due to my neglecting the injunctions of the Lord. In fact, I now desire some calamity so that I will not commit such offences again. Let that fire of the Brahmana's worth burn up my kingdom, my strength, my wealth, so that I never again sinfully think of distressing the Brahmanas, demigods, or cows." Maharaj Pariksit was repenting like this, and he received the news of his curse. He took it as a good news, as it would cause indifference towards worldly things. Since there was no way to retract the curse, Shamik Rishi had sent the message through his student named Gauramukha so that Parikshit could prepare for death within a week. Parikshit could have gone to Shamik Rishi to beg his pardon, but he did not do so because the news of the curse was conveyed to him very regretfully and he did not want to embarrass the sage any further. Also, he did not desire the negation of the curse. So therefore Maharaj Parikshit sat on the banks of the river Ganges with a vow not to eat, as he had previously concluded that service to Krishna's lotus feet was the highest goal. The Ganges water is very, very pure. It is mixed with the dust of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. It sanctifies the three worlds and the demigods. Therefore, who at the point of death would not serve the river Ganges? Parikshit gave himself to the lotus feet of Lord Sri Mukunda. Being free from all material association, he accepted the vows of a sage. At that time, great sages and thinkers from different parts of the universe arrived there on the plea of visiting a holy place. They included Atri, Chavana, Sharadvan, Arishtanemi, Bhrigu, Vasishta, Parashara, Vishwamitra, Dvaipayana, Narada, all the Devarishis, Brahmarishis, Rajarishis, Arunas, etc. The sages actually came there to meet Parikshit Maharaj because they could foresee that the Srimad Bhagavatam would be spoken by Shukadeva Goswami. All of them wanted to take advantage of the great association. Maharaj Parikshit received them properly and bowed down his head. After all of them were comfortably seated, he humbly stood in front of them with folded hands and informed them about his decision to fast until death. Parikshit Maharaj told the sages, "Indeed, I am very fortunate to get favors from great souls like yourself. Due to my being too attached to family life, the Lord, in order to save me, has appeared in the form of the Brahmana's curse, by which I will be able to detach myself from this world. I only desire that you all continue to sing the glorious deeds of Lord Sri Vishnu. I pray that if I again take birth in this material world, I would have attachment to the unlimited Lord Sri Krishna and association with his devotees and friendly relationships with all living entities." Having entrusted the charge of his kingdom to his son Janamejaya, Parikshit sat on a straw mat on the southern bank of the river Ganges. Demigods praising his actions showered the earth with flowers and beat celestial drums. Since the sages are naturally inclined to do good for the people, they expressed their approval of Parikshit's decision and spoke to Parikshit, who was beautiful with godly qualities. They told him, "It is not at all astonishing that you, who were born in the Pandu dynasty, which is strictly in the line of Lord Sri Krishna, immediately gave up your royal throne to achieve eternal association with the Supreme Lord. We all shall wait here until you return back to Godhead." Hearing the sage's words, which were impartial and sweet to hear, Parikshit Maharaj felt very pleased and he began to praise the sages. He said, "You are all so kind that you have assembled here. You are as good as the Vedas personified, and you are naturally inclined to do good to others. So, therefore, Parikshit questioned, he asked, after proper deliberation, please tell me of the unalloyed duty of everyone in all circumstances, and especially of a dying person. Out of the two questions relating to the dying person is the most important, because everyone is a dying person. Practically the whole of Srimad Bhagavatam, beginning from the second canto up to the 12th canto, deals with these two questions of Parikshit Maharaj. Able to come to a common agreement on the best process, whether it is sacrifice, yoga, austerity, or charity, the sages desired the appearance of Srila Shukadeva Goswami in their minds and glanced at the path. Then, at that moment, wandering Shukadeva Goswami, without indications of any ashram, very satisfied in himself, arrived there. He appeared to be 16 years old. He had tender feet, hands, thighs, arms, shoulders, forehead. His eyes were wide. He had a raised nose, symmetrical ears, shapely eyebrows, conch like throat, fleshy collarbone, broad chest, deep navel, striped abdomen, long arms, curly hair, and he was naked with a bodily hue like that of Lord Sri Krishna. He was blackish in complexion, and he appeared very, very beautiful due to his youth. Knowing the symptoms of a great person, everyone honored him by rising from their seats. Parikshit bowed his head to receive the chief guest Shukadeva Goswami. Having taken his exalted seat, Shukadeva Goswami, surrounded by sages, appeared like the moon amid stars, and he was respected by all. Shukadev Goswami sat perfectly pacified. He appeared intelligent and ready to answer all questions that Parikshit Maharaj may have. Parikshit Maharaj offered his respects, folded his hands, and politely inquired. He said, by your mercy and presence only, you have come here to sanctify us. Simply by remembering you, our houses become sanctified. Then what to speak of seeing you, touching you, washing your holy feet, and offering you a seat? The greatest sins are immediately vanquished in your presence, just as the atheists are vanquished in the presence of the Lord. Krishna's affection for the Pandavas has actually made you appear here. Lord Sri Krishna has accepted me as one of his relatives to show his affection to his cousins, the Pandavas. Otherwise, without Krishna's inspiration, how have you voluntarily appeared here? Then Parikshit asked Shukadev Goswami, O Guru of the saints, show the way of perfection for all persons, and especially for the one who is about to die. Please let me know what a man should hear, chant, remember, and worship, and also what he should not do. Yet shrotavyam mato japyam, yet kartavyam rabi prabho, samartavyam bhajaniyam va bruhi yadva viparyayam. Your association is very, very short. It is said that great sages like you hardly stay in the houses of men long enough to milk a cow. So please let me know what I need to do. Thus, being questioned very sweetly by King Parikshit, Shukadev Goswami, who knew the principles of religion, began to reply. This ends the summary of chapter 19 of the first canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. This also concludes canto 1. Hare Krishna.